Dark Templars are going to be able to help deal with those vultures, but in the meantime, he has spotted all of that tech. He has his engineering bay down already. He's going to be putting turrets everywhere in preparation for this drop. He knows exactly what is coming. Frozean is in a hugely advantageous position here. He knows exactly what is coming. He can prepare for it. He needs to be careful. Okay, never mind. He is setting a turret up at the bottom of that screen there. It's possible the way he's setting up his turrets actually. If Tempest is on his game, he could theoretically get a Dark Templar into Frozean's main and do a little bit of damage here, but it's going to be really difficult. He's going to have to risk running by those turrets and not knowing what is beyond those turrets inside the main base. It looks like he might try and do some drops. He drops a couple Dark Templars on that tank. Those Dark Templar are going to... Oh, one dies. I thought they weren't within range of the other turret. One Dark Templar skulking off in the corner there. I wonder if that mine was... Yeah, the mine is within range. It's going to take a hit on that Dark Templar. Poor Dark Templar, completely cornered. That Dark Templar is so hosed. But he did manage to take out one tank. And now a Vulture as well. Not enough damage for all the money he spent on it. But what I was saying is that the... Stargate going down, there we go, there's the Arbiter Tribunal. Usually the Stargate following a Dark Templar rush means that they're going to be doing some sort of an Arbiter rush, because you've already got the Templar tech, you need the Templar archives to put down an Arbiter Tribunal, we see that a lot of the time. This is probably going to be a very good map for carriers, actually, so I wouldn't be surprised if we see in the future also some sort of, two-base carrier builds going on. Which Stork has had some success with previously. No, I'm sorry, Stork has not had sex with two-base carrier builds, to my knowledge. There's the first Arbiters coming out here. So, Frozean, in the meantime, has taken a third base. Now, we're seeing the dynamics of this map unfold, and it's hard to just completely tell just by looking over the map. I haven't had a chance to play on this map at all. But it looks like that it is actually pretty close. That third base, that mineral only, is pretty close. Nice comsat. Perfect timing to spot that Nexus going down. But Frozean has set up a nice little wall here too. So it's actually pretty close to the natural, so you can protect. I was worried that the mineral only would be too far away from the natural expansion, and it would be too hard to hold them both at the same time. But he's able to get his tanks in a good position where they can protect the mineral only and still be in a position to protect the natural. They can't just sneak in and hit the natural in between or something like that. Like on a map like Othello, you can do that. The only problem is, like I had mentioned in the map preview, there's other ways to get into that base. Now, Frozean has set up so he's protecting 2 of the ramps up to that third base. So that's really, really good for him. There is another ramp up at the top. I think it would behoove Frozean to put something up there, just to at least some mines or something to spot, to see it. And he may have done that. It's hard to tell on the minimap from the VOD I have. But it would be good to put some of the mines up there or something like that, just to spot if Tempest decides to send some forces up to the northern ramp to break in there. Now, it looks like Frozean going into complete macro mode here, putting up more factories. I wouldn't be surprised if he just tries to build up, get his 200 off of these 3 bases, and then just move out from there. He's not going to be able to get as many tanks as he could, tanks and Goliaths and such, since he does only have 2 gas. So he's going to have to get a few Goliaths to deal with these Arbiters. Oh, very nice by Tempest. Very nice. Very clutch move there, moving the Zealot over to protect... to block the Vultures from zipping down that ramp. I think they might have still been able to squeeze down that ramp past the Zealot. It's hard to tell. But in the meantime, oh, geez, more probes getting slaughtered here. Frozean doing excellent Vulture harassment. Losing a few Vultures and doing a lot of damage at the same time. Is not losing any of his tanks. He's still building up tanks this whole time. You can see he doesn't have many machine shops. That's because he has that mineral only. So he's not going to be able to put out as many tanks. Setting out another Vulture harass here. But Tempest, he's lost several probes, but he hasn't been crippled by any means. He's still got those Arbiters in check. It looks like he's even saving up energy. He may be even... Frozean knows the Arbiters are there. He saw the Arbiter Tribunal, but he hasn't seen the Arbiters yet. So Tempest may be saving them in reserve, trying to protect them to keep Frozean from knowing how many he has, barring a comsat, of course. He may be saving up energy as well, making sure that his arbiter doesn't get picked off or anything like that, saving up energy to do a recall or maybe have multiple stasis fields for his first attack. And if he does that, if he goes in with 3 arbiters against, I mean, he could get a lot of stasis field off, that sort of thing. Or I even saw finally for the first time, I was waiting for someone to do this, to do a recall of zealots on top of tanks. Someone did that the other day, and that was cool. I'm not sure why that exactly Protoss don't do that more often. If there's a particular reason, someone can let me know, but especially when there's no Goliaths around, why not recall a few Zealots into the middle of the tank line? That would be sweet. Oh, almost getting it. Oh, he's going to get that 3rd base. Another horde of probes getting picked off here. Frozean is moving out, by the way. This is just the kind of forerunner of his attack. You can see his blotch of brown units in the middle of the map there. Jesus, he took out a lot of probes there. Almost all the probes. And now let's see if Frozean is setting up for a 4th base. Okay, so he's pushing out here. I'm not sure if he's going for an attack just yet. Okay, it looks like he might just be securing this middle, and that's a really nice position again. Really, really nice position. He's in a spot where he can hit any units that try and sneak around the left to go attack his new 4th base. And he's in a really good position to protect from Tempest going around him to the right for a flank as well. So really nice position. He actually, oh, never mind. I spoke too soon. He might be moving out here after all. Moving in with a ton of vultures in front there. The arbiters are out. Tempest holding the top of that ramp very nicely. He does have his arbiters in position. Jesus Christ, that's a lot of units. Nice little clump of units. Critically, Tempest does not have Storm though, and I think that is he doesn't have any High Templar around. I think that's a mistake. There's the stasis. Stasis going off on the Goliaths. Those arbiters are completely unfettered now. Ton of units getting stasis. Tempest is going to be able to slaughter this group, I believe. Actually, there's more tanks up above, and I'm not sure if Tempest has enough zealots around at the moment. The Vulture's doing a very nice job of attacking and falling back, falling back. But he's got more zealots coming in from the south. Zealots closing in. Zealots are all over those tanks. They're attacking the tanks there. He has a lot of Dragoons, but I don't think it's quite enough. The tanks just slaughtering those Dragoons from behind. That clutch, absolutely epic group of tanks from behind. I don't know why I said epic. They weren't exactly an epic group of tanks, but basically those tanks in the back saved Frozean's butt there, and now his unit's coming up unstasised, and so he's going to be able to hold this position after all, and things are now looking really, really bad for Tempest, especially since he almost lost that Arbiter to some Goliaths there. Stasis the Glass Goliath again, Stasis the SCV building the turret as well. But still, more Goliaths coming in. He's going to lose that Arbiter finally. Things looking bad. There's the GG. Basically, I mean, he'd lost so many probes recently, he couldn't macro up again. That was not a critical loss if he had not lost all those probes, but he could not re-macro, and Frozean just over-macroing takes the win. GG. Frozean advancing to the MSL.